Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and suddenly your leg seizes up, so tight it feels like the muscle's trying to tear itself apart? That was John last Tuesday. He's 72 and he shot up out of bed, gripping his calf, thinking, "What did I do to deserve this?" Turns out, John's not alone. Many folks over 60 experience these nighttime leg cramps. But here's the kicker. For some, it's not just age, it's diet. And the solution? It's not a pill, it's food. Simple, real food in your kitchen. Stick around, because I'm going to show you what made a real difference for John, and it might just change your nights too. Hi there, I'm Claire, and welcome to Health 365. If you're over 60 and leg cramps have been messing with your sleep or slowing you down, then you're in the right place. Because today we're talking about real solutions, not medications, not complicated routines, just food. 3 everyday foods that can help your muscles recover, calm your nerves, and help you feel more stable on your feet. And don't worry, these are things you can find at any grocery store, even if you're on a budget. Before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from? We've had folks from Florida to California and even Canada sharing their stories. Drop a comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on simple, helpful tips that make aging feel a little less like a chore and a whole lot more like freedom. Now look, John's story isn't some rare case. If you're over 60, there's a good chance you've dealt with leg cramps, especially at night. These sudden muscle spasms often come out of nowhere and can be painful enough to wake you up from deep sleep. But here's the thing. It's not always about age. As we grow older, our bodies lose muscle mass, and if we're not getting enough water or key nutrients like potassium, magnesium, vitamin D, and B12, our muscles start to complain. Many seniors I've worked with say the cramps get worse in the winter when they're indoors more, eating less fresh food. The good news? A few simple changes in what you eat each day can make a world of difference. Real food can do real work for your body. Stick with me, because the foods we're about to explore could be the missing piece in your nighttime routine. The first, eggs, the muscle healer in a shell. Let's start with something you probably already have sitting in your fridge right now. Eggs. They're more than just a breakfast classic. These little things are like nature's muscle repair kits. Each egg gives you about 6 grams of high-quality protein, and that matters more than you think, especially as you age. See, after 60, your body naturally starts to lose muscle mass. It's part of the process, but without enough protein, that loss happens faster, and weaker muscles are more likely to cramp. But here's where it gets better. Eggs aren't just packed with protein, they also give you vitamin D. Think of vitamin D as the key that unlocks your muscles' ability to contract properly. Without enough of it, your muscles are more likely to misfire, leading to those painful spasms in the middle of the night. And let's not forget vitamin B12. This one's huge for nerve health. A lot of folks don't realize that low B12 can mimic nerve damage. It can cause tingling, numbness, and yes, muscle cramps. And as we get older, our bodies get worse at absorbing B12, especially if you're taking common medications like metformin for diabetes or proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux. Now, I know some people worry about cholesterol, especially when they hear egg yolk, but here's what current research says. For most healthy seniors, eating 6 to 7 eggs per week is perfectly fine. Many nutrition experts agree that the benefits outweigh the concerns, especially when the alternative is skipping out on essential nutrients. Let me tell you about John again. He's the same guy who used to wake up at 3 in the morning, clutching his calf in pain. After we talked, he started making small changes. 4 mornings a week he had eggs, sometimes scrambled with spinach, other times boiled and sliced over a salad. Within a month, his cramps had all but vanished. He even noticed more energy during the day and better balance on his walks. And it wasn't just the eggs, it was what came with them. He started pairing them with leafy greens like kale or Swiss chard, both loaded with magnesium, and sometimes added mushrooms sautéed in olive oil. That combo? Total game changer. Here's the thing about eggs. They're flexible. Poached, scrambled, boiled, over easy, mixed into an omelet with veggies, you name it. They fit into any routine, whether you cook often or prefer something simple. And for folks who are vegetarian but still eat dairy, eggs are one of the few non-meat sources of complete protein and B12. That makes them a smart choice for staying strong without relying on red meat or supplements. You might be wondering, do I have to eat eggs every day to see a difference? The answer is no, but eating them regularly, say every other day, can support long-term muscle function and reduce the frequency of cramps, especially if you're not getting these nutrients elsewhere. Now, about the vitamin D part. One egg gives you about 40 IUs of vitamin D. That's not a ton, considering most adults over 60 need at least 800 to 1,000 IUs a day. So while eggs help, they work best when combined with other vitamin D sources like fortified milk, yogurt, or fatty fish like salmon and sardines. And don't forget about sunlight. Even 15 to 20 minutes a few times a week can make a difference, especially if you're exposing your face and arms. One more thing worth noting is choline, a lesser-known nutrient that eggs provide. Choline supports brain health, but it also helps maintain the structure of your muscle cells. Think of it like maintenance oil in your joints. It keeps everything running smoothly. So what can you take away from all this? If leg cramps have been messing with your sleep or keeping you from walking confidently, eggs might be one of the easiest and most effective changes you can make. You don't need fancy recipes or expensive ingredients. Just a few eggs a week, paired with smart additions like greens or yogurt, can help restore strength and stability. And if you're someone who doesn't like eggs, that's okay. You can still get protein and B12 from other sources. But for simplicity, cost, and versatility, eggs do stand out. To wrap this up, here's my suggestion. Start with 3 to 4 eggs per week. If you like them and they sit well with your system, build up to 6 or 7. Talk to your doctor if you have any cholesterol concerns, and consider pairing eggs with foods that complement their nutrients. Your body deserves the right fuel, and when it comes to muscle health, eggs are a solid, delicious place to start. And here's something I tell all my clients. Your muscles don't care about trends or fads. They care about consistency. That means regularly feeding them what they need to stay strong and flexible. Think about it this way. You wouldn't expect your car to run smoothly without oil changes and good fuel, right? The same goes for your body. Eggs are one of the cleanest, most efficient fuels you can give your muscles. In one study from the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults who ate a protein-rich breakfast, including eggs, showed improved muscle mass and fewer nighttime cramps after just 8 weeks. That's not theory, that's proof in action. Eggs are also budget-friendly. At a time when groceries seem to get more expensive every month, a dozen eggs still give you multiple meals for just a few dollars. For folks on fixed incomes, that matters. You shouldn't have to choose between health and affordability. And let's not overlook taste. Eggs absorb flavor well. A pinch of turmeric for inflammation, a bit of black pepper for digestion, and maybe some sautéed onions or bell peppers, they all add flavor and function. When you build a habit around eggs, you're not just eating differently, you're investing in your mobility, your sleep, and your peace of mind. The second, bananas, the cramp-calming fruit. Let's talk about bananas. Cheap, cheerful, and a powerhouse when it comes to stopping cramps in their tracks. Bananas are rich in potassium, the mineral that helps regulate muscle contractions and nerve signals. Not enough potassium? Your muscles can misfire and seize up. But bananas don't stop there. They've also got magnesium for muscle relaxation, vitamin B6 for nerve function, and natural sugars to help with hydration. One medium banana has about 420 milligrams of potassium, 32 milligrams of magnesium, and 0.4 mils of B6. That's about 30% of what most seniors need in a day. Studies show that low potassium and magnesium levels are directly linked to increased nighttime cramping. And low B6? That affects your neurotransmitters, the messengers that keep muscles and nerves in sync. Mrs. Reynolds, a 78-year-old neighbor of mine, used to get cramps every night around 2 a.m. We added a banana to her evening routine, along with a glass of water or coconut water. 2 weeks later, no more cramping. and she started sleeping like a rock. So, here's your move. Eat 1 banana a day. If you're someone who cramps often, maybe go for 2. Just pair them with something fiber-rich like oats, nuts, or plain yogurt if you're watching your blood sugar. And don't forget the hydration part. Bananas are great, but they work best when you're also drinking 6 to 8 cups of water a day. Now let's dig a little deeper. Potassium is often referred to as an electrolyte, which means it helps carry electrical signals throughout your body. Without enough of it, muscles can contract uncontrollably, leading to those sudden nighttime cramps. As we age, our kidneys aren't as efficient at conserving potassium, especially if we're taking certain medications like diuretics for blood pressure. That's why seniors are more prone to potassium loss even if they're eating fairly well. Bananas also provide magnesium, which works hand in hand with potassium to keep your muscles relaxed. A lack of magnesium can lead to excessive muscle tension and make cramps worse. Together, these minerals are like the brakes and the gas pedal for your muscles. One helps fire them up, and the other helps calm them down. Now, here's something most folks don't know. Vitamin B6, also found in bananas, helps the body make neurotransmitters, those little messengers that tell your muscles when to move and when to rest. Without enough B6, those messages don't come through clearly. And the result? You guessed it, misfiring muscles and painful spasms. A 2018 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with low levels of B6 experience significantly more frequent leg cramps. Bananas aren't just tasty, they're scientifically backed to support your nervous system and muscle health. Let me give you another example. George, a retired firefighter, came to one of my workshops complaining about leg pain that would hit just as he was falling asleep. We added bananas to his mid-morning snack and his evening routine. After 10 days, the frequency of cramps had dropped by half. After 3 weeks, they were almost gone. He said it felt like getting his nights back. One of the best things about bananas is how portable and low mental aid they are. No prep is needed, you just peel and eat. That makes them a perfect option for seniors who may not feel up to cooking or preparing complicated meals. They're also budget-friendly, widely available, and gentle on the stomach. For those managing digestive issues or chewing difficulties, bananas are a soft, easy-to-eat solution that still packs a nutritional punch. And let's not forget hydration. Bananas contain about 75% water. Combine that with their sugar and electrolyte content and they make a great snack after exercise or during hot days when dehydration can strike quickly. Of course, if you're diabetic or watching your blood sugar, be smart. Pair your banana with something that slows digestion, like peanut butter, a few almonds, or a small scoop of Greek yogurt. That way you get the muscle benefits without the sugar spike. For those who aren't into bananas, there are other potassium-rich foods like sweet potatoes, avocados, or even coconut water. But in terms of convenience and consistency, bananas are hard to beat. So what's the big takeaway here? If muscle cramps are throwing off your routine or interrupting your sleep, adding a banana a day is one of the easiest fixes out there. No pills, no complex planning, just real food doing real work. Your muscles are talking to you. It's time to start listening and feeding them what they need. Some people ask me, is it better to eat a banana in the morning or at night? Honestly, either works. But if you're getting those cramps while you sleep, having one an hour or two before bed, maybe with a warm cup of herbal tea, can help prep your muscles for rest. Also, don't overlook the power of habit. When you make bananas a part of your daily routine, your body starts to rely on that steady stream of nutrients, and you'll feel it. More calm in your legs, less tension when you stretch, fewer sudden jolts wake you up at 2 a.m. And one last tip, if you find bananas too ripe or too sweet, try slicing a firmer one into oatmeal or blending it into a smoothie with spinach and almond milk. That way you get all the benefits with a little variety and flavor boost. The third, nuts and seeds, nature's mineral multivitamins. Now let's talk about a small food that packs a big punch, nuts and seeds. These little guys are loaded with magnesium, potassium, protein, and healthy fats. They help your muscles relax, your blood flow improves, and your nerves fire just right. Almonds, pumpkin seeds, walnuts, flax seeds, each one brings something special to the table. Pumpkin seeds, 168 milligrams magnesium per ounce. Pistachios, 290 inches potassium. Walnuts, omega-3s to reduce inflammation. Research from Cleveland Clinic shows that people who regularly eat nuts have better muscle recovery and fewer cramps, especially after exercise or in the evening. John now snacks on a mix of almonds, pumpkin seeds, and walnuts after dinner. His cramps? Practically gone. He says his legs feel lighter and more flexible, and if you've got arthritis or sore joints, nuts with anti-inflammatory fats like walnuts and flaxseed can make a real difference. Start with a small handful a day. That's about 1 ounce or 2 tablespoons of seeds. Go raw or dry roasted and unsalted if you can. Sprinkle them on oatmeal, salads, or yogurt, or just snack on them straight. If you have digestive issues, start small and see how your body reacts. And of course, skip any nut you might be allergic to. Let's unpack why nuts and seeds are such a powerful combo, especially for older adults dealing with muscle cramps. Magnesium is probably the star of the show here. It helps muscles relax after they contract. If your body is low on magnesium, muscles may stay tight or even spasm. That's where almonds, pumpkin seeds, and cashews come in. Just a small handful gives you a solid boost. Potassium is another big deal. It helps regulate how your muscles and nerves communicate. When potassium levels drop, those electrical signals get scrambled, and your muscles might react by locking up. Pistachios and sunflower seeds are especially rich in potassium. And don't forget the healthy fats. Omega-3s found in walnuts and flax seeds help reduce inflammation, which is key for folks dealing with chronic pain or joint issues. Anti-symmetrin fats keep your blood moving and your tissues nourished. I worked with a woman named Darlene, 74 years old, who had arthritis in both knees and cramping calves every night. We added 2 tablespoons of flax seeds to her morning oatmeal and a few walnuts in the afternoon. Within a month, she said she could fall asleep easier, stay asleep longer, and walk more comfortably during the day. And if you're someone who's not eating a lot of meat or dairy, nuts and seeds can help fill in those nutritional gaps. They give you protein, fiber, and trace minerals that are crucial for muscle function. Now, here's a little pro tip. If raw nuts bother your stomach, try soaking them in water overnight. It softens them and makes them easier to digest. You can also sprinkle seeds on top of soups, mix them into yogurt, or blend them into smoothies. The options are endless. Research from the Journal of Nutrition showed that adults who ate 1 ounce of nuts daily had better muscle endurance and fewer reports of nighttime leg discomfort. It's not just theory, it's real food with real results. Some folks ask, what about calories? Sure, nuts are calorie-dense, but the key is portion control. A small handful goes a long way. It's about quality over quantity. Plus, that bit of fat and protein keeps you full longer, so you're less likely to reach for sugary snacks. Let's also talk about circulation. Poor blood flow can trigger cramps, especially in the legs. The arginine in pumpkin seeds and the monounsaturated fats in almonds help relax blood vessels, making it easier for nutrients and oxygen to reach your muscles. And if you're someone who enjoys a bedtime snack, a few almonds or a tablespoon of sunflower seeds might be the ideal choice. They give your body the nutrients it needs to repair muscle overnight, while the protein keeps your blood sugar stable through the night. Think about this. Your body works hard for you every single day. Giving it the right nutrients is like giving it the tools to recover, relax, and do its job better. So whether it's a handful of almonds with your lunch, flaxseed blended into a smoothie, or pumpkin seeds on a salad, these small choices add up. Over time, they strengthen your system, improve circulation, calm your nerves, and reduce cramping. The bottom line? Nuts and seeds are convenient, portable, delicious, and packed with everything your muscles need to stay healthy. Let's make them part of your day. One last thing to remember. Building a habit takes time, but the payoff is worth it. Try setting out a small container of mixed nuts each morning as a reminder, or pre-pack a few snack bags so you've got them ready to grab and go. Consistency is what helps your body rebuild and prevent the cramps from coming back. You're not just eating to stop the pain. You're eating to gain strength, flexibility, and peace of mind. Every bite can move you closer to a more restful night and a more mobile day. And really, isn't that what we all want? To move through our day without worrying about when the next cramp will hit. Nuts and seeds can help make that happen. Start today. Your body will thank you tomorrow. So what do eggs, bananas, and nuts all have in common? They're not fancy, they're not expensive, and they're not hard to find. But here's the deal. They give your muscles exactly what they need to stay calm, strong, and pain-free. You don't need a complicated diet plan or a cabinet full of pills. You just need the right nutrients showing up consistently on your plate. John took that first step. So did Mrs. Reynolds. She was tired of waking up every night with that sharp, aching cramp. But after just a few weeks of eating smarter, adding in these 3 foods, her sleep improved, and so did her mornings. It's not magic. It's nourishment, the kind your body understands and uses. You have that same choice today. One small habit change can lead to better nights, easier walks, and more peace in your day. That's the power of food, and more importantly, that's the power of taking care of yourself. Let's wrap it up with a quick recap. We talked about eggs, great for muscle repair and packed with B12 and vitamin D. We covered bananas, loaded with potassium and magnesium to calm your muscles and help you stay hydrated. And we explored nuts and seeds, a tiny package full of anti-inflammatory fats and minerals that keep your muscles relaxed and your blood flowing right. These foods are simple, they're accessible, and they work. Start small. Add 1 new habit this week. Maybe it's a banana before bed or a handful of almonds with lunch. With consistency, these choices start to build a stronger foundation for your body. Less cramping, more restful nights, better movement during the day. The power is on your plate. Before you go, take a second and let us know in the comments what foods help you feel your best. We read every message, and your tips might help someone else too. If you found this video helpful, share it with a friend or loved one who's been struggling with cramps. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss out on practical tips for aging strong and living well. Thanks for watching.